Vilcabamba continues to elude us, and my insistence that we press on in spite of these failures has morale low. I suspect Jenkins to be the author of this sedition. He simply refuses to accept the possibility that Atlantis is the foundation upon which all known civilizations were built. Increasingly, I find it is Lara alone who remains untainted by academic dogma and open-minded enough to see this truth.
¡Lo siento! No traje bastante cuerda.
Not to worry. I'll find another way up.
Welcome to the game commentary for Tomb Raider Anniversary. I'm Jason Botta, the creative director for Tomb Raider Anniversary.
And I'm Toby Gard, the original designer from the first TR1.
You were the creative director. Give yourself some credit.
I suppose there's only six of us, though. I mean, we don't have such grand titles back in those days, but yeah. So in terms of the opening sequences of the original game, the whole thing was leading up to sort of the whole wolf extravaganza that happened, where it was kind of the big reveal of Lara Croft. And obviously some of that wasn't really appropriate anymore. People know who Lara was, so it enabled us to actually be able to show Lara in the intro, in the foyer in Calcutta, and obviously we didn't have to go quite so crazy with the wolf bit with the big towels flying off of her and stuff.
And I think the essence of that whole cinematic and whatnot is the same, sort of an introduction to the main characters of the game and sort of sets up what the entire game is about. So that sort of remains unchanged.
Yep.
Yeah. We sort of tried to follow a lot of the shots from the original game, sort of inspiration for us throughout the entire game, but for this opening scene as well.
So I remember when we were first putting together the design for Tomb Raider, and I found that it was pretty disturbing how many games, how much there was of killing in games. Basically, so many people killing each other mindlessly. You know, you walk up to some chap and just because they're from a different country, you can gun them down, and that seems to be perfectly reasonable. So in TR1, I felt like, apart from the fact that I didn't think we could do very good humans at the time, like other human enemies, it seemed to me like a much nicer thing to do to have the enemies be animals, sort of, vicious animals like bats and rats and things.
Which is ironic because I think now most people would consider killing animals way crueler than killing people.
It is, yeah. I mean, pretty much, the worst thing about it is, of course, they're all endangered species. None of this occurred to me at the time. To be honest with you, I just thought, great, we're not killing humans hardly at all. What a great selling point.
When we redid it, we went and we looked at the animals in TR1, and they weren't very mean looking, which made killing them even worse.
I remember my teddy bear model was very cute.
That's right. So we consciously tried to sort of go back and make the animals much more vicious this time around, so you didn't feel so bad about killing them. You can maybe only lose about an hour of sleep instead of all night.
So this was one of the rooms, the Wolf Bridge room, essentially. So early on in the game, in the original Tomb Raider, where it's really just, hey look, there's going to be some big baddies that you're going to fight at some point, but you're able to sort of stand above them and shoot them to death.
Laura's so mean.
Yeah, well, or you could just leave them there, I suppose. There was nothing really going on in that room in the original TR1, and I was sort of pushing for us to simply, just skip this room on the remake because it wasn't particularly significant. But
yeah, I think visually it was one of the more sort of recognizable areas from TR1, though. So we wanted to keep it, but sort of change it a little bit. So I think it was you that had the idea, right, of breaking the first bridge, so that you fall down into the wolf area.
Yeah. So really, basically, make life difficult for the animal lovers.
Right. You have to kill the wolves now, or they kill you.
The people who didn't kill the wolves, didn't snipe the wolves, basically get the worst deal.
That's right. Plus, it makes the second bridge a little bit more intense now.
That's the big one, yeah.
Yeah.
So this room in the original, it was the goal to try and create a sense of reality to sort of the progression. Like, we had to separate Peru into 4 levels, but when we were designing them, we we made them so that they were supposed to fit together. We try to keep the big door at one end, and then you'd be popping out on the other side into the new level. So they were very continuous, essentially 4 continuous massive levels, but they were split into chunks. One of the improvements is that actually happens now seamlessly, so you carry on through it, and it's a little easier that way to be able to tell what some of the areas were supposed to be. In this particular area was supposed to be essentially a fortified entrance to their city, whereby you've got arrow areas, these sloped walls, and then holes for people to be able to, I don't know what they do, chuck rocks at people or throw stones or call them names and stuff, leading to the actual main entrance.
Right, it was sort of the last fortitude of the Vilcabambans against the invading Spaniards.
Spanish.
That's right. And originally you came in sort of up top in one of the side areas and sort of worked your way around. But we felt that we really wanted to make the players play the route of the Spanish invaders, since that's essentially what Lara is. She's sort of coming in and going into the home of the natives here. So we wanted to make her run the gauntlet down the center.